So the next section is consequences of lack of discipline. So the first consequence is the child can't take responsibility of their actions because their parents never sat them down and explained that every action has a natural consequence. If they never explain that the choices that the child chooses to act on can either have positive or negative reactions, then the child never is able to make those connections on their own, or it takes a long time for the child to make those connections and learn how to take responsibility. Another consequence is that these children often struggle with control impulses. With few guidelines and discipline, these kids never had the chance to practice self-regulation on what they say and what they do. And when they get to school, it's hard for them to sit down and listen to what a teacher's saying, to be able to compromise with those around them and make friends with their peers and classmates. These impulses just run their lives, and so they need more practice on self-regulation if they don't have discipline growing up. Next, these children often are less empathetic or considerate of others because they never have the practice seeing the world in another person's perspective. They grow up acting on their impulses and not seeing consequences of their behavior, so they tend to be very egotistical, and they unconsciously are rude or immature or mean to others because they don't see how what they're doing and saying could hurt someone else because they're unempathetic. Also, these children can feel abandoned. They want to be parented. They want to be guided to make good decisions. And oftentimes they know what they're doing is wrong, and so they just want their parents to be parents and show support and love by being strict and giving them rules to follow. And so this can lead to depression and anger towards their parents because they want to have that relationship where the parents show they care about the choices they make and want them to be good people. Another consequence is that these children can have a lack of good values and morals because they are never taught what a good decision is, what following good morals looks like. Children need to be taught what's right and wrong growing up, and so the parents need to have discipline in order to guide them towards good choices. And lastly, these children can tend to rebel against authority. Kind of like feeling abandoned, they will push boundaries in order to get a reaction from their parents. They want discipline, and they want to feel like their parents care about what they're choosing to do, so they just rebel against authority, against teachers, because they're just trying to get this reaction, and they want to be noticed and be told to do what's right. So those are some of the consequences of growing up with no discipline.